What's up, everybody? It's Vicious here, and today I am going to talk about some critiques that I find valid about Mortal Kombat 1, and eventually we're going to bring it back to hopefully the last time I'm going to talk about these cunts. Vara Dark, Melanie Mac Go Boom, maybe that artist dude who thinks he's a better designer than the people who are on a design team for Mortal Kombat. But let me talk about a couple critiques, right? So fighting games are a funny type of animal, right? It's hard to do a real review on them for me because I understand the nature of them and I understand that they're completely subjective. There's so many things about them that you can get wrong, and there's so many things about them you can get right depending on the person who is playing or the viewer or whatnot, right? So I want to start with things that I think that they did right. I think that the story mode was decent. You know, it was silly. It was serious. I like the story for Mortal Kombat 1. Invasion mode, we'll get to that. Towers is the same as always, which is good. That's not a bad formula. Towers is basically the arcade version of this game, and story is the main story. And then you got local, online, and tournament. Offering tournament is always weird to me, but you know what? It helps tournament organizers, and that's something that is that's very good of them. It means that they're not tone deaf when it comes to their game. They know where their community is. They know where their bread is buttered. But let's talk a little bit more. There's customize. You can customize the character and the cameo. And as you can see, I have been playing quite a bit. I'm not like one of these fake people, right, who just talk about the designs of the characters because they have nothing substantial to say. Smoke is my main. I got, this outfit with these palettes. I made it to, master rank. I think both of Smoke's outfits are cool, but I like this one because it reminds me more of the old school ninja stuff. But yeah, man, I've been playing this game and I do like it. I like it. I have my fair share of issues with it, as I do with any fighting game. I have issues with my favorite fighting games. I have issues with Tekken Tag 2, my favorite fighting game of all time. I have issues with DNF Duel, a game I really love and I push a lot on my channel. Do I like DNF Duel more than this game? Yes, I do. I'm not even going to lie to you. It's just, without having assists, that game has more combo creativity and combo expression than this game somehow. Everybody's using the same assist, but I'm not going to talk about the balance. And I'm not here to brag on DNF Duel. You can make your own conclusion on that. You can even disagree with me. They got practice, tutorial, fatalities, and these are really nice. But there is a problem here, right? And I think it comes to the way you get costumes. It's a little bit more convoluted than it was in MK11, and I feel like you don't get as much. For instance, in MK11, you could get about 4 or 5 costumes at launch. I think on here you can get 3, and you can purchase some of these costumes with in-game money, which is easy to come by. It's easier to come by and more fun to come by than in MK11, 100%. But I feel like fighting games are getting a little bit too gimmicky with some of these things. Here's a daily store. This is a daily store, but these have been here for the past couple days, so they haven't changed it over. But we look at invasion mode, right? So invasions mode is weird to me because it has fighting in it, but it has a lot of stuff that disrupts the fighting. You could be fighting someone and then acid will pour on you and your combo will drop, right? And it's I can't see how anybody could have fun playing in such a way. You know what I mean? What is the thing here? I'll even play through this really quick and try and talk while I'm fighting to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I don't know what's going to happen. Alright, so he got armor. That doesn't happen. This is unrealistic. You can't expect this in a fight online, Damn, and I keep messing up that cancel. Yeah, again, can't expect this shit online. ahead and I missed. Oh, let me just go ahead and brutality him then. Oh wait, he got armor. He got armor when he woke up. So anyway, yeah. There's stuff that interrupts the combat, and I think that's a bit like it's childish, man. Just give me a mode dedicated to this. Tekken figured it out a long time ago in like Tekken 6, where you could go through, was it treasure battle or just arcade or something along those lines, where you could just continuously fight people, and you would gain new outfits eventually, and that continued on to this day in Tekken 7, and you know, more than likely through Tekken 8. But invasions is the main thing you want to do offline to get costumes. Other than that, you have to play online to get certain costumes, and there's rank rewards for these, right? So if you never reach Elder God, I don't think you can actually get these colors or something along those lines, or excuse me. Actually, you know what? I'm tripping. These are just free rewards. I'm sorry. You can get these, but you have to pay money for them. But this, like, the rewards are nice, but it's like I can already pay for them. Like, you could at least like offer me a little bit more bang for my buck. And what else do we have here? Let me go ahead and press the select button here. You get these daily quests and everything, and that's nice. And you can even track your progress on the characters that you're using. All this is like very honky-dory and etc., so on and so forth. The cameos only get one costume, and they get like a couple of colors. Whatever. I'm not going to patch notes. Oh, there's patch notes in the game. Wow. Anyway, there's not much more I can say about this game besides like how scummy the online thing is. We're like, okay, so in case you don't know about this, this game has DLC characters, and the DLC characters I learned last night you won't be able to access unless you have your internet connected, which is weird. So that's going to be hard for our tournament organizers. But not only that, but you have to play through the whole story mode to unlock, I think it's 3 characters on this game. I think Havoc and Shang Tsung, maybe Rain. I'm not entirely certain. But I just feel like that's a little weird because they're pre-announced characters. Every character that you see here has been announced. You've seen them. It's not a surprise if you unlock them. And we have access to the internet. So I don't understand. Like, if I YouTube Mortal Kombat and looked up the trailers, like, you can see every one of these characters. So that's very, very odd, right? But what's more than that, there's also the cameos, which you have to play this game to unlock. I think you can pay to unlock them, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think you can pay in-game money to unlock them. But if you don't do that, you have to play this game a lot to unlock like almost this whole bottom row, right? So you have to pay money to unlock Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Kung Lao, Shujinko, Motaro, and Goro. But this whole top row is like available to you. Is Darius available? I don't remember. Maybe Serena wasn't. It might have been these guys right here. From Cyrax to Jax, I think. But yeah, that's weird. And it just seems like people who are going to run tournaments are going to have trouble with that part. So like they made a tournament mode, but they made everything else more difficult. But now it's the part where I get frivolous and I get petty and I actually talk about this game in a manner that's going to, like, you know, make some people feel bad. Not the players of the game, of course, but I'm talking about those cunts, Vara Dark and Melanie Mac. So when they made their videos on this game, the things that they said was like the designs were bad. And honestly, I think Smoke looks the coolest that he's ever looked, right? Like, I think that his long hair in 9 wasn't cool, and they made his, like, this is a ninja. He's more ninja-like than ever. Scorpion as well. The only thing missing from Scorpion was the hood, and he has the hood on. And I do wish this was a different color. But, you know, he has the hood on this one, and he has no hood here, but he still maintains his identity as the, you know, the yellow ninja, so it's fine. And that's throughout the entire cast. Kung Lao, he looks like Kung Lao, right? And I think that this costume is extra dope. But we're going to get to the spicy part, was when them bitches got really racist about Tanya. They said that Tanya looked like a man. So I'm going to go to photo mode here. And now that we can see a picture of Tanya, like we could hold on a second. How do I zoom? Let me see. Now that we can see Tanya and like actually see her not making that fucking same ass face that she made during the trailer, which was her being mad and contorting her face. And when you're mad and contort your face, you have a different look to your face than you normally would. Like, it's just, this common sense. So I ask you right now, do you think that Tanya looks like a man just looking at her right here? No, right? She looks fine. She looks completely fine. There's nothing wrong with her. Now, if you have a problem with the way her outfit is designed, I guess that's whatever. I have a fundamental disagreement with that. Like, it's okay. Because it's not showing all of her thighs and like more titties. She still looks like she has big titties, to be honest. A decent sized titties. About the same size as, I'm not even going to say it because that's going to get my shit banned probably. But yeah, she looks completely fine. And there's other characters too that they said was honestly, I wish I could take her mask off because Melina looks so great in this game. You know what I mean? I don't know why the photo mode has to be so weird. But yeah, Melina looks great. And this is an alternate costume. She just looks good, right? Now, I know you fucking gooners can't see her legs and her fucking titties all the way like you could in MK9. But there's a difference between design and like somebody making a design for you that you can fucking jack off to when nobody's at home with you. You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about a lot of these. I didn't like the hair on Nitara, but she looks good in this outfit. I do wish it was a different color, which is, I guess, another critique about this game I'll have. Like, right now is a seasonal thing, and I get it. It's the season of Scorpion. It's fall. You know what I mean? So, everything's yellow and orange and red and all that stuff. But I wish it was like a different color, like her base color. I don't know why the palettes have to be different, why you can't share them in between costumes, but I think this is much better, minus the flesh-colored wings. But, you know what I mean? It's not because I want to jack off to it like these motherfuckers or, do whatever the fuck Vara Dark or Melanie Mac want to do. I want her to look like, more like her old hair. You know what I mean? Black hair, not that pompadour. That's what that's called, right? A pompadour. This looks insane, bro. Her hair looks insane right here to me. I just can't get over it. But this looks much better, And it's okay to have a critique. I'm not telling you that you need to like everything I need to like. But, when you call a character you say they look more like a fucking man because they made her look like moderately more like a fucking natural black hair, a natural black style, like that's ridiculous. Like, of course this isn't like something I would see on the street, but like that's just how fantasy games work. Like, I'm sure nobody fucking dresses like Melina in any Mortal Kombat game ever out on the street, but I like this a bit more because it looks festive. It looks like she's actually at a festival or something that could happen somewhere. And plus she's like a security guard basically, and she kind of got a fatty, huh? Anyway, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. I had a couple simple critiques about this game. It's not a full review. I do like the game and I do recommend it just like I do any other game. I'm a fighting game enthusiast. It's not without its share of issues when it comes to like how cheesy Invasion is. I understand people want more than just like story mode and towers. I get it, but we're drifting further and further away from like what makes a fighting game cool. You know what I mean? Nobody's going to be talking about Invasions when they get the shit that they want. And this is the same thing with Street Fighter 6. Nobody is going to be playing World Tour mode when they got everything that they need, being the costumes, because nobody gives a fuck about it, right? I forgot there's a shrine where you could pay premium coins in order to like unlock any random thing on the game, which most of the time ends up being concept art. Like, so. Yep. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, there's stuff to do on this game. It's not something that I like necessarily. So like, it's just a small critique. I wouldn't say it's a bad game by any means. But there are certain things that I notice about it that I don't necessarily like. What makes this legendary is black and white, and there are other things I'll defend it on. Like, don't say the character designs are bad when they're like almost are probably the best designs ever. But anyway, that's all I got to say for now. Let me know what you guys think. I still think Vara Dark and Melanie Mac are cunts, so, you know, whatever.